Lexington artist David Napier's life was forever changed by an unusual request. His wife asked him to make her a spoon. The musician soon found himself swapping guitar strings for woodworking tools and has honed his craft, making elaborate and functional wooden spoons. Tonight's Tapestry, our weekly arts and culture segment, takes you into the Happy Spooning Workshop.
My wife walked into my office one day, and I was a full-time music teacher. During the pandemic, that shut down, of course, so I am sitting here. I taught a couple of students online, but I was pretty bored. She walked into my office and said, "Make me a spoon." And I was like, all right, cool. Made this tiny little spoon, and then she posted that online. My whole living is this now. You know, where it was, I was in a band for 10 years, and you know, I went from starving artist to artist. I'm about 80% self-taught, and then 20% comes from influence from all over the place. So really the big thing is just each piece of wood kind of tells me the story. You know, the grain has direction, and that look, you know, when you look at a cloud and you see a cloud that looks like a dog or something like that, I'd see the same kinds of things in wood and in the grain and in the movement of that wood. And so I try to keep it structurally sound while also letting the grain dictate how you see the movement of the spoon. The functionality comes from, I've actually worked with a lot of people that have had like hand disabilities and things like that. So I'm always trying to be cognizant of how it feels if you're cooking with it. But at the same time, I get from a lot of people that they actually just put their spoons on their wall. And so I actually now I focus on both of them. So the art intent is the art is just as much intentional as it is the functionality. I wanted to look pretty and last a long time. So I've got some spoons that are foot long. I've got staves that are almost 6 foot tall on some occasions, so some of those will take 20 hours plus. I've got some that are guitar spoons, some that are feather spoons, some that are just amorphous shapes. Just whatever comes off the top of my head that I can see with the piece of wood, I try to create it. I grew up sitting in a house with a mother that was a seamstress, a singer, a songwriter. She did a little bit of everything. So if you think that I've done a lot of stuff, you should see my mom. This was my creative source right here. Anything that I wanted to do, my mother was there to just back me up, and she never stopped me from wanting to be my creative self fully. For me, art is just trading one outlet for another. I'm saying the same things in my woodworking that I would with music. I'm trying to have that same kind of conversation. Acceptance and diversity and inclusiveness in just about every way. It's all about just putting my feelings down somewhere, whether or not you're drawing or writing a song or, you know, carving some wood. Like I try to go into a different place anytime I'm doing any kind of work. And you're good to go.
You gotta love his energy. Napier takes happy spooning to various craft shows in the region, and you can also find his spoons for sale online.